hello everyone, and welcome to the Horror Snob. My name's Michael James. I am the Horror Snob. Here today, running down 3 more new movie previews. All of these coming out this week. 2 of them tomorrow on Tuesday, February the 9th, and the last one coming out later this week on Friday. And I am sure if you're as big of a fan of horror as I am, you damn well know which movie I'm talking about coming out on Friday this week. Going to keep my mouth shut about it though. I will give you a hint that it is going to massively impact what our Horror Snob Hall of Fame matchup is today. Big surprise. Let's hold on to that, get right into the movies, and talk about the first one on deck, Sator. This one will be hitting video on demand tomorrow on Tuesday the 9th. A movie that's likely a little under the radar for most of you out there. Has a very independent film feel to it. Reminds me a little bit of things like The Dark. The dreariness, the color usage, the contrast to it, this sort of inherent and very overwhelming sense of seclusion. The storyline of it, if you're unfamiliar, a broken family is described in the official text about this movie. A broken family up in the woods in a cabin being pursued by a demon. The demon's name, of course, Sator, the name of the movie. Now, from here, some really dark shit seems to go down, including scenes that remind me a little bit of The Wretched, a really great movie available on Hulu that I reviewed going back, almost 6 months ago now, it seems like. If you missed out on that, hit the link above and check it out. But what you see as far as the aesthetic, the look of the big bad from that movie, it seems like there's a little bit of that in this as well. Maybe also taking cues from things like The Ritual, a Netflix exclusive movie, where what both of these movies have in common are taking elements of earth, of nature, the antlers of a deer, the faces of animals we tend to think of as being cute, and making them something horrid and horrifying. I fully expect this movie to be one of those real under-the-radar wins. I would not think this is one you want to miss out on. You can find Sator available video on demand tomorrow, February 9th. At number 2, it's Sacrifice, a movie like Sator that's not really worth mentioning as far as the cast goes, though unlike Sator that really had nobody you're going to know, there's at least one in Sacrifice, a big one at that for us as horror fans, by the name of Barbara Crampton, a legend in our genre, having starred in things from Reanimator to You're Next to Lords of Salem. Hell, she even did a spin on Channel Zero on the Sci-Fi Channel. You want to talk about a horror legend, this is it. The movie takes place, for the most part, in this little Norwegian town. A young couple from New York, the wife is pregnant, they inherit a house from his family. They travel back to visit, and all of a sudden they're in the middle of some very, very cultish type shit. Now, of course, for us as horror fans, the cult thing isn't really a new idea. It's been around for a long time now. It's been done several times over. But how many times over has that cult thing been done H.P. Lovecraft style? That one, I beg to differ, might be a bit of a new twist for us. From Event Horizon to The Void, Color Out of Space, and even The Reanimator, which I just mentioned as being a movie that Barbara Crampton had been in earlier in her career. So many works of H.P. Lovecraft have become television shows and more often movies, and this is another one. Hundreds out there. This movie, Sacrifice, just another. Let's hope it keeps the trend of successes going and delivers huge, as so many other things have in the past. Look for Sacrifice, also to be available on Tuesday the 9th. This one, though, going to Blu-ray. And lastly, the movie I was already pretty certain you had seen trailers of before, you were probably already pretty familiar with, Willy's Wonderland. This is a big one for me, one I've really been looking forward to. For its premise, and for its lead, Nick Cage, batshit crazy human being extraordinaire who has seemed to specialize in horror films as of late in his career. A bunch of award-winning things in his youth, things like Leaving Las Vegas. He's left all that behind, and he started doing things like Color Out of Space, Mandy, and now Willy's Wonderland. Shit just keeps getting weirder and weirder for this guy, and as a horror fan, you have got to love that. This time, he's apparently some sort of drifter, just happens across an amusement park called Willy's Wonderland, needs a gig, a place to stay for the night, so the owner lets him. He does some janitorial work, and all of a sudden, all of the stuffed animals that are given away for rides and prizes or that you buy in the gift shop come to life and want to lob his fucking head off. A perfectly insane premise for an equally perfectly insane man. A quality matchup here that I do not believe at all is going to let us down. This is a must-watch film. Be eager for it. It might be the most entertaining thing you've seen yet this year. Look for Willy's Wonderland available. Video on demand this coming Friday on the 12th. All right. That's it for me today. As always, I invite you to take a moment, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Stay up to date with all the reviews, rankings, and previews I pump out on a weekly basis. And as for our big surprise, the Horror Snob Hall of Fame matchup for today, we're going full blast Nick Cage style. With a catalog so full of horror films, I want to know which horror film of Nick Cage's is your favorite. You've got a lot of leeway in this one. In fact, you can write in your own if it's not one I listed. But I've got 5 recommendations for you right off the top of my head, including the remake of The Wicker Man from about 2006. You've got things like Color Out of Space, Mandy, Season of the Witch, and Drive Angry. And yeah, some of you might not think of Drive Angry as a horror film, but it at least borders the line, given that he broke out of hell and was being chased by demons. Any of those, or anything in his catalog, write it in, put it in the comment section down below. Remember to be a subscriber of ours on YouTube and a follower of ours on Facebook for a chance for that comment to win you a free 1-year subscription to Shudder. As always, my name's Michael James. I am the Horror Snob. I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.